An American sailor loads a transport plane using an elephant, India, World War II. A slaughterhouse near Darmstadt, West Germany, 1962. A chandelier manufacturer couldn't find a suitable production facility to fulfill an order from a wealthy sheikh and turned to a nearby slaughterhouse for help. View of the crowd of 400,000 people at the Woodstock Festival, 1969. Fidel Castro greets Soviet soldiers. Christina Applegate, 1989. A sailor with an armful of puddings during the 1940s. Eminem celebrates his 18th birthday in 1990. Dorothy Sebastian is a popular American actress. Charlie Angel actress Tanya Roberts, posing with animals to promote her film, Sheena, Jungle Queen, 1984. Keanu Reeves, photo by Karen Bystedt, 1987. Dummies of Soviet soldiers. The sign reads, "The Sisters of Shar-e-Na, a neighborhood in Kabul, are crying while the Sisters of Communists are prettying up their eyes." The Soviet invasion of Afghanistan, 1979 to 1989. United States President Harry Truman speaking with General and Far East Commander Douglas MacArthur in 1950, 7 months before Truman fired him over disagreements regarding the handling of the Korean War. Anita Ekberg, 1960. Morgan Fairchild in the 80s. A Boer farmer, armed to fight against the British Army during the Boer War. Emperor Hirohito and General MacArthur meeting for the first time, 1945. Many Japanese were extremely offended by this picture because of how casual MacArthur is looking and standing while next to the emperor, who was supposed to be a god. From 1952, the Wonder Spot near Lake Delton, Wisconsin lured tourists into a tilted cabin where gravity was repealed and no one could stand straight. Water appeared to flow uphill, and chairs balanced impossibly on 2 legs. Marilyn Monroe appearing in front page from an Argentinian magazine, 1948. A futuristic grocery shopping trip, envisioned at the General Motors Pavilion at the World's Fair, New York in 1964. Angelina Jolie, 1991. Grenade thrower Hue, Vietnam, 1968. Vicki Dugan and Anita Ekberg at a Hollywood party, 1957. Charlie Chaplin and his son Michael Chaplin circa 1957. Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher having romantic moment with each other on the set of The Empire Strikes Back 1979. Wandering Singers circa 1877. Trump is a Chump, an anti-Trump rally by the Nation of Islam in front of Trump Towers in 1988. Tourists pose on Glacier Point above the Yosemite Valley, 1887. Dentistry in the 20th century. England, 1985. For a brief moment, there was the business connection. A band formed and fronted by aristocrats. Lady Helen Teresa Margaret Manners, daughter of the 10th Duke of Rutland, and Henry John Fitzroy Somerset, now 12th Duke of Beaufort. Young Friedrich Nietzsche, 1862. Men loved their Easter bonnets as much as ladies. Debbie Dunning, 80s. Ava Gardner. Chicago Police Guard, the Liberty Bell, which was in town for the World's Columbian Exposition in 1893. German forces capture a Polish fighter during the Warsaw Uprising after dragging him from his hiding spot in a sewer. 1942. Dutch boys ride the Freedom Train after liberation from Germany in 1945. At 21, Catherine Leroy saved up for a one-way ticket to Saigon. She became one of the most celebrated and fearless photojournalists of the Vietnam War. 1967. Cher in 1960. The French President Marshal Pétain meets Adolf Hitler at Montoire in front of Hitler's interpreter Paul Schmidt, with Foreign Minister Ribbentrop at the side. 1940. The Signal Hill oil field in Southern California, 1937. Brigitte Bardot, 1961. Carrie Fisher, behind the scenes of Star Wars. Bob Marley playing soccer, 1978. The Beastie Boys chasing Madonna with squirt guns in Madison Square Garden, 1985. Sophie Loren at the Venice Film Festival, 1955. Polaroid display at the World Trade Center, 1986. David Lynch with Isabella Rossellini, 1988. Behind the scenes from the making of the Star Wars saga, 1977. Sweater for Lovers, 1963. Nightlife Workers, Moscow, 1989. Fidel Castro plays basketball, June 5, 1972, Bulgaria. Naomi Campbell, 1989. Che Guevara Reading Goethe, 1957, Cuba. Lady Gaga in 1998. The line to see The Exorcist. Bold and brassy, Barbara Nichols was a steamy presence in 1950s films and television. License plates with special badges for repeat offenders made police work much easier. United States, 1939. Artist K. D. Katyka from the MB Grekov studio paints a sketch on a Berlin street. German troops use a Schwellenflug to destroy rail tracks while withdrawing from Soviet territory, 1944. Eastern Poland, a railcar with a sail. Buster Keaton in 1921. Liv Tyler in Armageddon, 1998. Dana Delaney, 1989. The earliest known photograph of men drinking beer, 1844. A 1962 headline about Walmart's competition. London strongman George Challard allows a companion to bend a piece of iron around his neck. 1935. Sean Penn, 1982. Princess Diana, Jennifer Connelly and Ludo at the London premiere of Labyrinth, December 2, 1986. Leonardo DiCaprio practices martial arts in 1995. Richard Pryor and Eddie Murphy hanging out in 1987. Local residents look at a poster calling for military service at the entrance to a Commonwealth Army recruiting station. Britain's Gold Coast, 1940s. Jane Fonda during the 1960s. Future Kennedy assassin Harvey Oswald wearing glasses with colleagues at the Minsk-Lenin radio plant in Minsk, Byelorussian SSR, 1960. A giant turkey float squeezes between buildings as the 31st annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade moves down Broadway near 37th Street in New York City, November 28, 1957. Audrey Hepburn in My Fair Lady, 1964. Gordon Ramsay training with Marco Pierre White in 1980. Spring-loaded heels for exercising. Maria Montez, 1940s. A fork in the Yonkers Pressure Tunnel, 1913. Outlaws Motorcycle Club of the American Midwest, 1960s. 1880s ladies showing off their fancy outfits and amazing hats. A technician pokes deep into the mouth of a 6-foot-tall plaster head at the Cologne Health. National Guard troops with upthrust bayonets surround integrationists kneeling in prayer as approximately 100 made a peaceful attempt to challenge the no demonstration edict of the military commander in Cambridge, Maryland on May 13, 1964. Activists meet in the Nam Can forest, wearing masks to hide their identities from one another in case of capture and interrogation. Vietnam War, 1972. Kylie Minogue, 1989. Salma Hayek, 1997. This is a photograph of Madonna. She's wearing a sleeveless shirt. She has long hair and a necklace. M4, Sherman tank named Belle of Little Rock, and a Lieutenant R. Hoffman looking it over, January of 1944. Oddly, I can't find out what unit this tank was with. Emperor Nicholas II and Empress Alexandra with their family, 1899. Call a friend, USSR. The original Bigfoot, the first monster truck. Lana Del Rey in 1998. Two B-17 waist gunners taking a selfie, circa 1944. On August 28, 1998, a submarine in the Red Sea launched 13 cruise missiles into the Al-Shifa pharmaceutical plant in Khartoum, Sudan. As a result, thousands died of treatable diseases. Nicole Kidman and Kate Winslet, 1996. Model Lisa Fonsagrives at the Eiffel Tower, 1939, Paris. At an army base in Brooklyn, men drained 10,000 barrels of beer into New York Harbor Prohibition era. Shark Bites Fruit Snacks 90s. President Harry S. Truman and First Lady Bess Truman returning to the White House, 1952. Red Hot Chili Peppers, 1983. Cuban leader Fidel Castro, 34, receives a kiss whilst smoking a cigar and signing autographs in Harlem, New York City during his visit to the United States in 1960. This young man suffered a facial deformity after consuming too much mercury. A Soviet state-sponsored interfaith conference about world peace is held near Moscow, with around 27 different religious organizations attending the meeting, May 1952. Carrie Fisher in the 80s. The 1988 People magazine photo shoot that united all the slasher movie icons. Jennifer Aniston at her prom in 1987. Parker High School student Walter Gadsden, 17-year-old, being attacked by police dogs from Bull Connor during the Children's Crusade. May 3, 1963, Birmingham, Alabama, United States. Marilyn Monroe and Arthur Miller on their wedding day, 1956. Aerial photography, Paris, 1950. New York City. Driving becomes a team effort after a car gets lodged in almost 7 inches of snow on East 38th Street in 1943. (1974) FBI wanted poster for Donald Cinque de Vries, the leader of the Symbionese Liberation Army. Guardian Angels on the New York City subway, 1980. Armed German separatists in the Rhineland who established the Rhenish Republic during the French and Belgian occupation of the Ruhr region, 1923. Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston at a Radiohead concert, 1998. A starving man and 2 emaciated children begging on the street, Warsaw Ghetto, World War II. Packaged sets of billiard balls made of ivory. Acrobats perform a balancing act on the backs of a pair of horses as crowds watch at Coney Island's Dreamland, 1904. A German sniper sitting on a homemade seat, June 1944. A group portrait of NASA's Apollo 11 astronauts posing with their families around a model of the moon in March 1969. New Britain, Duk Duk dancers, Gazelle Peninsula. Claudia Schiffer, 1995.